Welcome back to the show, the Boost Mobile Gold Coast Pro presented by Rip Curl. And we've got the fourth heat of the day out there in the lineup now, the round of 16, trying to establish some big quarterfinal clashes. Already 3 surfers through. Now Dylan Moffat and Morgan Cibilic will fight for a place against Maxime Husseneau in that second quarterfinal clash. This is a great heat, Bugs. These guys very evenly matched and kind of similar in stature. That's Connor O'Leary's mother wishing Max all the best as he moves through to the quarterfinals.
Oh, that was just beautiful.
She's an unbelievable surfer too. She's had some big results before Connor came along. As we see Morgan now up and looking to get his Challenger Series campaign off to a flying start here. Nice little projection hit on that end section.
Well, a feature of Morgan's heat so far throughout the event has been a very slow start. Not this time.
It really did look like Connor was a bit gassed at the end of that heat on his last ride. Typically he's a lot sharper than that in the final stages in a clutch moment like that. Here's the replay of that last ride.
Yeah, I mean, it's not super special. It sort of runs away on him down the bank here, but it's an opener.
And we'll come back to that in a moment as we see Dylan Moffat tapping into his first ride. This guy's been throwing everything at these walls. Nice carve to foam hit there to get started, but he's going to bog down on the top turn. And that was really a nothing turn, so he's kind of throwing that ride away on a transition move. I've seen some rides that have provided some barrel riding opportunities still if you're well positioned behind the rock at the start of the heat.
There will be those opportunities. It's utilising it at that takeoff zone, and it's just not a straightforward.
But here we go, Dylan Moffat now making his move well down the line. We'll see if he can generate a score out of this. Whips a little slash to get started. Nice section here. And wow, he hung onto that turn, got completely, well, almost hung onto it, but got completely disconnected from his equipment. So let's have a look at the replay, but the last turn is incomplete.
Yeah, he won't get scored for the last turn. This turn here is a great. If he made this, you know, he would have had something similar to Morgan's first one.
With a sequence of solid moves, and the fight to stay in position might have paid off for him, but now he's making his way towards the skis. Nice little hook off the top there, but really probably going to be a couple of inconsequential numbers. Obviously, there was rivalries when you were surfing 6-man heats and there was no priority, and you were, you know, basically punching your rivals as you paddled it to get into position. But we'll get back to that. Have a look at this one for Morgan. Great little slice off the top to set this up. Well, this wave could really pan out nicely if he can keep making the most of these opportunities down the line, linking it together beautifully at the moment. Great flow on show here from Morgan. Wants a major turn though. Has to work to get some speed going as he hits this section. A lot of work done already, but still looking for that big high impact move. Here's the section he can really lay into. Nice move there. Probably the best wave of the heat so far, but didn't really get to show us that big deep rail carve that's been getting in the big numbers early on in the contest.
It's hard to find those sections to really cut loose on your repertoire. This is a challenging day at Snapper for what it is. And Morgan sets this one up pretty nicely. Just a series of setup turns here, clean as a whistle. He looks to be on song though today, that's for sure. And this wave really connecting all the way, but it's not offering, as you said, these sections where he can just lay into that amazing turn he's got.
Didn't get ahead of himself though, did he? Didn't try and overcommit to a section on this bumpy face. He really did read this wave quite well.
Really well. Both times he qualified at Bolito and he qualified
last year after France.
And in France.
Here goes Morgan again. He had a 6.17 on that previous ride, and now he gets the opportunity to swing that board a little harder. Trying to jump over this double up section, makes that connection through to the inside. This wave providing a little bit of a steeper face, and Morgan thankful for it. So looking to quickly back this ride up. much like Jackson Baker, who's still alive in the contest as well. Morgan's really been leaving his run to the victory late. He's been composed, but this time on finals day, he doesn't want to mess around. He wants to get the 2 scores on the board.
It would be kind of worth it to kind of sit behind the rock in the beginning and try and find one of those, just because your scores would be so high. But yeah, I love this wave. It's so fun to surf, and I just get excited every time I come here.
Because Dylan only needs a 5.01, but what about Morgan? He must have done 7 turns to get the 617. Dylan just had 1 this move to get himself a 6.
And there's the message from the judges. So, you know, as Zeke Lau said, doing something on the outside, whether it's a barrel or something huge like this, it's going to pay dividends.
It is a bit of a head scratcher for me, personally. It was a huge turn, but if he gets 2 of those done, you know, you couldn't call it a 10-point ride. So it's a little confusing in some ways. You know, I think you've got to hold off just a little bit more than that on the scale, just counting on one of these guys to do something a little bit more potentially above the lip or a bit more progressive. So 35 seconds remaining here, and Dylan Moffat scrambling, and he's going to get into this wave. This will be his last shot at it. He needs a 5.01. Winds through the cutback, stands on the tail, begs the wave to come to the party.
Morgan paddled for this wave.
He did. So hammering down the line now. Dylan gets his opportunity, leans on that layback jam, and the wave has grown down the line. A smooth carve there up into the pocket, and he belts it. The surfer from Narrabeen really doing a great job with this one. An absolute gift, and got himself in good position. He's going to finish it off. But have a look at Dylan's ride.
Just managed to scramble onto that on the last paddle, and we didn't know what this wave was going to do here. It still looks pretty ordinary, but you could just tell by how he just poised himself that he could see a wall down the line. And Dylan just great layback snap there, comes around the section. This wave opens up now and grows and hits the bank properly. Oh, it's a challenging wave, this one, and there's still more to it. You think it's done now? There's one more little section. And a clean move here, snaps it.
But on the outside,
ooh,
Morgan gets another opportunity. Well, he has to surf this like he's in need of a number. Grinds through the carve, and now he'll just pray that there's some wall down the line, but it doesn't look like this one's going to connect.
We don't know what he did at the beginning though, Ron.
Well, we're going to have to see some replays here. Well, let's have a look at it. This is Morgan's ride from the outside.
So he takes off behind the whitewater, and nothing on offer yet.
Hasn't done a whole lot, just setting up this section. The wave sort of flattened out on him, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. It didn't offer that steep face, the inside section here, no. Not sure if it's going to improve his position here. We know Dylan Moffat will.
But this guy's just been on fire throughout the event, Bugs. He's been really hammering the sections that are served up for him. We're waiting on the numbers to come through.
He's got it.
Oh, he's got it for sure. 6.87. And he has jumped up into the lead. And Morgan, he gave it everything on that last ride, but the wave just didn't cooperate. It just didn't have a steep enough face.
No, it just got away on him, that one. He just missed that wave.